The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.
Hi everyone, it's Shane Smyth, Bundoran Tourism Officer. It is Friday the 11th of February 2022 and I'm here with you for the Bundoran Weekly podcast, episode 172, the podcast that talks about everything Bundoran. A little bit later on I'm going to be joined by Captain Barry Dolan of the Irish Defence Forces and the 28th Infantry Battalion based at Finner Camp. He'll be talking to me about the centenary commemoration of the handover of Finner Camp from British to Irish military forces. It happens next Thursday the 17th of February. It's 100 years to the day that event took place, so he'll be telling us about the different things that are going to be happening, including a massive parade through Bundoran as well on the day. So we'll be getting more details from Captain Dolan of the Irish Defence Forces a little bit later on. Teresa O'Neill as well will be joining us from Bundoran Community Centre in our community corner. Lots happening elsewhere around Bundoran entertainment wise. We have tonight Kieran Macquarie at the Allingham from 9 to 11, also Elaine Boyle and White Lightning. Tomorrow then at the Allingham, a lot of music. Pat Gaffney from 3 to 5, Contractor from 9 to 11, and then Johnny Brady and Keelan Brown in the ballroom for the dance tomorrow night. Then Sunday afternoon, big show with the Tumbling Paddies. Tickets are available at reception, and I think that's around 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. And Tumbling Paddies, a fabulous band, and really great music out of them as well. So that's the Sunday afternoon show for this Valentine's weekend. Zara Montgomery then in the Key West Bar from 5 till 7 o'clock on Sunday, and Sinead McLaughlin from 7:30 until 9:30 on Sunday evening in the Allingham. Bird's Nest tomorrow night, it's music with John Dolan and Martin Cuff. Sunday afternoon then it's jiving lessons from 2 o'clock till 3 o'clock, and that's followed by Colin Harney from 5 until 7:30pm. At the Chasing Bull, it's Jesse Jackson tonight. Tomorrow night, music with the legendary Bangin' Yokes, and then Sunday it is a chill out Sunday night with DJ Cozy. Phoenix Tavern, there is live music there this weekend. More details on their Facebook page, and don't forget their Trad Tuesdays each and every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. Kenny Crawford on tomorrow night at the Railway Bar at 9:30pm, and then Pat Gaffney there in the Railway on Sunday at 7:30pm. All of the information on our website, discoverbundoran.com/events, and we'll be updating that as we get the information. And of course you can head on into the future with that as well and see what's coming up in the next couple of weeks and couple of months as well. So we keep adding to that as we get more information. In the cinema, if you want to head to the cinema this weekend, new out this week is Death on the Nile and Marry Me, and then their Missed It Monday is House of Gucci. That's the one. I think it says Lady Gaga in that one. I think that's the one. Anyway, that's Missed It Monday this Monday evening at the Eclipse Cinemas here in Bundoran. You can find the full schedule on our website, discoverbundoran.com, or indeed you can go online to eclipsecinemas.com, see the schedule and book your tickets right there. Elsewhere, St. Patrick's Day, of course, is happening Thursday, March 17th. It is ticking ever closer. More details on our website, discoverbundoran.com/St. Patrick's Day. And the big parade is happening at 3:30pm on the day. And we are looking for participants for the parade. So if you're a band or a community group or a local business and you want to take part, do log on to our website. You'll find the details at discoverbundoran.com/parade. And we would love to have you take part in what will be the first St. Patrick's Day parade in Bundoran since 2019. So it's going to be a big day. Of course, we've got that extra public holiday on Friday the 18th as well. So a lovely long 4-day weekend. And so we're looking forward to seeing lots of our friends here in Bundoran on St. Patrick's Day. Before that, we're looking forward to seeing lots of people for the Bundoran 10, which of course is the successor to the Cara Bundoran Challenge, which happened for many years. And we are continuing that event, and it is happening on Saturday the 5th of March. A few spots still available, but if you want to get the really cool retro kind of shirt that comes with the package as well, you're going to need to get registered sort of fairly much ASAP. There was literally 50 shirts left last week, so they might all be gone now, and you mightn't have the opportunity. You won't get it before the run. Anyway, that is a guarantee. If we run out now, you won't get it before the run, but we will be able to order some post run so you can have one, but just get on the website. It's discoverbundoran.com/Bundoran10, and you'll find the registration details there. You'll also find the route map, etc. And we look forward to seeing lots of people taking part in that on Saturday the 5th of March. Also on Saturday 5th of March, you've got the one and only Tommy Tiernan in town. He is playing at the Great Northern Hotel. Limited availability. Tickets are available on Ticketmaster, and that promises to be a good night. Mike Denver then the following week. Tickets from the Great Northern, and Derek Ryan then on the 19th of March at the Great Northern, and DerekRyanMusic.com/tickets is where you'll get the information there. You're listening to the Bundoran Weekly with thanks to AIB.ie, supporting local businesses in Bundoran and Ballyshannon. And still to come, we're going to be talking to Captain Barry Dolan of the Irish Defence Forces at the 28th Infantry Battalion at Finner Camp just outside Bundoran. And we'll talk to Teresa O'Neill in our Community Corner.
The Bundoran Weekly.
Now, a number of events will take place next Thursday, 17th of February, to commemorate the centenary of the handover of Finner Camp just outside Bundoran from the British to Irish military forces on the 17th of February 1922. The big event is happening, as I say, next Thursday to mark exactly 100 years since that happened. I spoke with Captain Barry Dolan during the week from the 28th Infantry Battalion to find out a little bit more about it, and first, the significance of the event itself.
So on the 17th of February 1922, the Finner Camp was handed over from the Bedfordshire Regiment of the British Army to the local Irish military forces in the area here. So on the day itself, there was a Captain Jim Murphy from Bundoran. He took over the camp, and he handed the responsibility of it over to Brigadier General Seamus Devons, who was from Grange in County Sligo. And on the same day, then the camp was left in with a small garrison under the command of a Commandant O'Doherty. So that would have been kind of where Finner Camp would have come into Irish hands. But obviously, there would have been quite a significant military history here prior to that as well. And the British would have had a presence in the area for a significant period of time beforehand. So looking back to 1896 is kind of when Finner Camp would have been bought from a local family. And it was kind of like a training area for the local British Army barracks, which is in Ballyshannon, which is the old Rock Barracks, which is since closed, obviously. So since then, basically, it would have been occupied by a military force. Obviously, the British from that period onwards, and then ourselves then from 1922. You would have had the Royal Enniskillen Fusiliers, who would have been headquartered in Enniskillen, but they would have had training, etc. in Finner Camp, and they would have done their training prior to going to the Boer War and also prior to going to World War I. So a lot of the people who would have went to World War I with the 36th Ulster Division, their final place in Ireland would have been in Finner Camp before they would have deployed over there, you know.
So obviously Finner is beside the dunes and beside the sea and
Correct,
stuff.
yeah.
And does that provide better conditions for training for different type of missions or whatever?
It would, yeah. I suppose the sand in particular, if you're looking at going into kind of, I know the weather up this area of the world mightn't always be sunny, but it would kind of give different aspects of training that could have been done at the time, you know. And they would have built the ranges down the back in the sand dunes, kind of facing the sun to give them what would have been like to fire into the sun, etc. I suppose they would have been built to try and simulate as much as possible what would have been going into when they went across to those areas, or those wars, should I say, or those theatres of war. Yeah.
So that was 1922, February 17th, and I suppose there was a lot of handovers going on. We saw recently the Dublin Castle handover happened or whatever. But now is the time to commemorate it. And you've got a really nice event, or a couple of events coming up next Thursday, 17th February. Tell us about those.
Correct, Shane, yeah. So basically, starting at 11 o'clock, we are going to have a memorial mass in Our Lady Star of the Sea Church here in Bundoran at 1100 hours. Again, anybody who wishes to attend the mass can come along, and if you can't come in person, then it will be broadcast on their parish webcam as well. Directly after that, then 12:30, we're looking at a military parade through Bundoran, starting from the roundabout just outside the church and ending up down at the old Astoria, down beside where I would have gone to Planet 30 years ago. So so that's the area that will be finishing up the parade in Bundoran itself. And then directly we'll be pausing the parade there, and we'll be moving from that location then to just outside the camp, and we'll conduct what is known as a ceremonial march in. So we'll march into Finner camp from outside of the camp, obviously. There'll be invited guests in Finner, and we'll do a number of different ceremonial events in the camp itself. So, for example, we're going to lay a wreath to commemorate all those soldiers from the northwest of Ireland who would have died either in service or who would have died for the Irish Defence Forces, or died in service of the Defence Forces. We're then going to have a ceremonial raising of the flag again. So the flag will be taken down in Finner camp and will be raised as it would have been back on the 17th of February 1922.
That's going to be pretty special.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do there. And then there's going to be a small military display afterwards then as well in the camp for any of the invited guests. So it'll go through basically the camp from 1916 the whole way through to the present day. Wow. So it'll show kind of different aspects of military, I put it that way. Vehicles, it'll show different types of uniforms, it'll show there's a lot
of history there.
There is, yeah, a massive amount of history. Yeah, there is, yeah. The Donegal Museum are going to give us some stands basically to go through what they call the revolutionary period. So they would have had a display in Donegal Museum, and they've kindly donated to us for the day so that people will be able to have a look at that as well and kind of get an idea of what would have been like in Donegal at the time of the revolutionary period.
So I guess the main event that people can observe here in town is going to be the parade at 12:30, as you said, from the roundabout just outside the church, just close to us here at the tourist office, and then you'll be going right down the main street, and that's at 12:30 on next Thursday the 17th. So people can come out and spectate and watch that. How many, and I'm maybe putting you on the spot here, how many soldiers are going to be taking part in that, do you know?
We'll be close to 200 in total,
wow.
I'd say.
Okay.
So that's what we're looking at in total on the day itself. Yeah, look, that's, as you said there, from 12:30 onwards in Bundoran, we'll be having that parade through town. Also, if you keep an eye on our Twitter page, so at 28 Infantry, the Defence Forces Audiovisual School have commissioned a video that we will be showing a small snippet of, so it'll give a kind of a history and basically talk through different parts of the area during the revolutionary period as well. So
great.
Keep an eye on that.
And we will also be broadcasting the parade live on our Facebook page here on Discover Bundoran Facebook. So if you're not able to get into town for that, then we will certainly be letting you see that as it goes past the office here. Captain Dolan, tell me just briefly then about the planning for this kind of event. Obviously, it's not a small thing.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I would definitely agree with you there. There are a number of different activities that will be going on concurrently. So yeah, we'll be getting support from the Air Corps. We'll be doing a fly past as we go into camp. We'll be getting support from the EOD, which is Bomb Disposal Unit. We'll be providing a demonstration of what their capabilities are in camp as well. Engineers, logistical planning is going to be massive as well for it too. So. We're in the final process of basically kind of tying it all together this week now. So hopefully next week there will be no major issues on the day.
Well, no better people from personal experience of being part of the RNLI contingent in the 2016 parade through Dublin. I was just flummoxed by the planning, and obviously, and they say to use the phrase military precision, but honest to God, it was just fascinating, and it was great to be a part of, and no doubt that it'll be a big success on the day, and hopefully we get the weather from above as well.
That's yes, if we could arrange that would be brilliant.
we'll do our best. So listen, more details about that on our website, of course, and as I said, we'll be carrying that live on our Facebook page on the day. Captain Barry Dolan, thanks for joining us on the podcast this week.
Thank you, Shane.
The Bundoran Weekly.
Thank you, Captain Dolan, and we certainly look forward to that day of commemoration next Thursday here in Bundoran, and we will be streaming that parade live on our Discover Bundoran Facebook page as well, so you can check that out live if you can't be with us. Okay, let's head over to Bundoran Community Centre and our Community Corner with Teresa.
Thanks, Shane. So coming up, we have the Seafront Strollers, which is every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. on the Tuesday and 7 p.m. on the Thursday. They meet at the front door of the community centre, and then they come here afterwards for tea and coffee. It's €2 per person. Up next, we have the Food Cloud in the centre, which is every Monday to Thursday. Free food for anyone to take. It's free from Lidl. and anyone can call in. So next we have the parent and toddler group, which is starting back new this year. It's every Friday in the Rogie Suite in 10 a.m. and it's €2 donation. And if anybody wants to join, they have to email the bundoranpnt@gmail.com. Up next, we have hot desks in our co-work. If you have a low internet coverage or you would just like a desk or a meeting room just for the day, you can call us or call in and we can show you around. So next we have the Bundoran Bay Swim, which is on Saturday, the 23rd of July at 2 p.m. And if you want to learn any more details or enter, you can check out www.bundoranbayswim.com. And we have a launch date for that coming up in April, so we'll keep you posted on that.
Teresa, thanks for that. Lots going on here in the community centre, but of course the big thing this weekend is, I suppose, it's the second craft fair, is it? Or
it's the third.
It's the third, right? Wow. And you've got plenty of things lined up for us.
Oh, we have tons of things coming up for that. We have live crafting, which we've never had. And I did secure somebody to do pottery for both days too. We have Helena who does basket weaving, but this time she's going to do spinning wool for us. That's going to be on the Sunday, the 13th, and then on the Saturday we will have pottery both days. But on the Saturday we will have Anna who will be doing upstyling clothes, and then myself, I will be making jewelled hairbands. But we have so much talent, from resin to jewellery making to baking to candles, so much.
So on previous occasions, people have come in and they've seen all of the stuff that's been on the stalls or whatever, but they never really saw it being made. But this weekend it's an opportunity to see it actually being done in the flesh without going out to some workshop or something. It's all going to be here in the community centre, so that's a bit unique, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, we're so excited about this. We now have like a small core group in Handmade Bundoran, and we're always coming up with ideas, and we're always looking for more people.
Okay, so Handmade in Bundoran is the name of the group, and you're on Facebook, yeah?
Facebook and Instagram, yeah.
Perfect, and you can check out some of the information there. But give us the times and details then for this weekend.
So it's starting tomorrow, Saturday the 12th, and Sunday the 13th, in the Rogie Suite from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And if you check out our Facebook and Instagram pages, I will have how to get there, because sometimes people find it hard to get to the Rogie Suite. The front of the centre will not be opened as usual, but check out our pages.
So you need to go in by Atlantic Way, so by where Waterworld is, and Teresa will have a video up so you can be you'll be able to find your way and you won't get lost. Listen, best of luck with that, and thanks for the update, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you very much, Ian.
The Bundoran Weekly.
Finally, a note that if you didn't get to see Droichead na HÉireann, which is the Bridges of Ireland programme, it was on the air on RTE1 last Monday evening, and it featured Bundoran Bridge and Bundoran GAA legends Shane McGranahan and Brian McAniff. A lovely programme it was, and you can catch it on the RTE player, and we'll leave the link to that in the show notes for the podcast. And a reminder, of course, that C Sessions is coming up as well. Tickets are Ticketmaster. It's on the 17th to the 19th of June. But before that, the Unsigned Sessions will be taking place at the Chase and Bull on the 25th of March and the 1st of April, with the final on the 8th of April. And you can head to unsignedsessions2022@gmail.com by email if you would like to enter that. If you're a band who is unsigned and you'd like the opportunity to play on the main stage at C Sessions this year, then this could be the competition for you. So send a bit of a biog and a demo to unsignedsessions2022@gmail.com, and Richard and the team will get back to you with more information there. And that is going to do it. A reminder that the podcast is now available on YouTube as well. So if YouTube is your podcast platform of choice, then you can find us there each and every week. And we're also available on pretty much on your favourite podcast app as well. So to let you know about that, and hopefully that you'll get a chance to listen to us, and keep listening. And thank you indeed as usual for all of your feedback and for all of your comments. It's podcast@bundoranweekly.com by email if you want to get in touch with us, and you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at Bundoran Weekly, and you can follow us wherever you're listening right now, or indeed stream and download all episodes on demand at bundoranweekly.com. Thank you as always to Mark Egan and the Songs of Earn team for our signature tune, which is called The Man from Bundoran, which will will be running under me right now as we say goodbye. We'll talk to you next Friday. Good luck.
The Bundoran Weekly is a production of Discover Bundoran.
The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.